Hari Om, Namaste. Welcome to the class. This is Sura Saraswati Sabha, Turiya, second paper, Anuvada Pradeepa part 2. Today's class number is 29th, Alankara's part 2. Let us begin with Prarthana. Gurureva gatihi, gurumeva bhaje, gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave, na gurov paramam, shishurasmi guroh, matirasti guroh, mama pahi guroh. Today's lesson number is 11C. We are in the 11th lesson, third part, the second topic. First, this part, okay? So it's 11D, I think it's not 11C. I'm sorry. It's 11D. It's the second part, right? Ardhalankaras. It's like second part, yeah. The Alankara second part, we are taking Ardhalankaras, okay? So let us begin. Welcome to the Ardhalankaras. Ardhalankaras, Hari Om. So what is the Adhara? What is the basis for the Ardhalankaras? Only the Varnanam or the inside Artha. Okay. So the inside, it's only the main aim is to describe something specially and to exaggerate or to, off the worldly. See, in the world, we don't talk like that. We don't talk with Alankaras. We don't talk with any kind of chamatkaras in the day-to-day. If you want to discuss somehow to, like the mother, the daughter-in-law's mother-in-law, how to prepare certain food item or how to do certain acharanam, in that the daily day-to-day, our children, our relatives, friends, we don't talk all chamatkaras. Some people can do it for some time, but all the time they don't look good. They are meant for a special purpose. That is to enjoy. Okay, to enjoy. And the instruction, the kavyas two pradhana uddeshyas, don't forget them, upadesha, ananda. So upadesha should go through ananda. Upadesha without ananda is like Veda, Purana, etc. Upadesha with ananda, with rasananda, it is called kavya. Okay, that is the sahitya's main purpose. Right. So inside that also, Alankaras will have a specific role to play. Don't think that this is all in all, everything. Without Alankaras, Kavya doesn't exist. No, not at all. Kavyas do exist without Alankaras, as I told you. Leela Kamalapatrani, Ganayamasa Parvati. Is there not poetry? Is there not beauty there? So it's not about the Alankaras, but there are also a part of like Sahityam. That's why we are studying them. So they are just a purpose to praise something or to specially mention something, not just like, there was a beautiful girl, she was just walking on the road, like everybody was looking at her with, wow, what a beautiful girl and all. I can tell this, the same three sentences with upamas, like there's a girl like moon in the sky. She's walking like a peacock on the road. Then everybody was looking like they have lost their senses. So it makes it even more effective. I'm just spontaneously telling you. Okay, you can create such just telling, and they make the party atmospheres where you are like sitting just, just wailing of time. You have a lot of time. You are luxuriously, you are enjoying. So this is a part where the food is done, the water is done. Okay, the sleep is done. Everything is fine with the body and mind. Then you sit, you just go to a party, you're with friends, you're with some just talking time, you just have to spend time with some people. It makes this time becomes more valuable with beautiful words, with beautiful discussions on the kavyas that they have read. Kavyalapa vinodena kalo gachati dhimatam. So in the kala and like kavyalapas, etc., the alankaras happen to be a very important part, if not inevitable. It's inevitable. It's totally inevitable. No problem. Without alankaras also, kavyas do exist. So don't take it too seriously. But this whole lesson is meant for you to identify certain alankara. In your syllabus, let me just share the document. Before I go to explain all that to you, we share the Pradeepa-2. Okay. So here are your the book which is given to you. I have seen the Alankara. There are please note them down. First Alankara was like Anuprasa, then Yamaka, the two like Shabda Alankaras. Then we go to Artha Alankaras, Upama. There is a Lakshanam, there is an Udaharanam. There is an explanation in between. So Lakshanam and Udaharanam are the most important. Then we have like Rupakam here, okay. So this is Rupakam, is Atishayokti, and this is like Utpreksha, and then the Shlesha. So Shlesha is of two kinds, as I told you. Then Arthantaranyasa, my favorite. Then Vyajastuti, Vyajaninda, Vakrokti, and then like Sara Alankar. Okay, we'll try to study them if it's very required. If you like, please go through the lessons. I think you'll be able to do. My aim is to give you an overall idea, overall picture about the Alankaras. Okay, so now hope this screen is visible. Yes, it is visible, but it's not looking very good. So I'll share it again. Right. So Shlagha Prashansa Aunatya Darshanam. So I mean showing something is higher, lofty for that. Then Priyavakya Pradhanena Sarve Tushyanti Jantavaha is a very popular saying. Like when you say very beautiful words, very pleasing words, everybody will be happy. Even if some enemy comes, God forbid, there should not be any enemies in our lives. But if somebody is jealous of, if I don't have any enemies, but maybe they think I am their enemy, we don't know. Like Dharmaraja, Dharmaraja was hadn't no any enemies, but some people like Duryodhana treated him as enemy. Anyway, so after that, so Shlagha Vastunaha, even they will be happy. Like enemies also, if you want to please them, nobody will want to please their enemies. But if you want to, like they treat you as enemy, but you don't treat them as enemy, then you can speak beautiful words. There also you can say, like, okay. So Shlagha Vastunaha Vishesha Lakshana Prakatanaya. So there is something special about the Vastu we are praising. For example, we are praising some, the wind is coming, the wind is coming, you are feeling very pleasant. So you are feeling as pleasant as you are flying in the sky. So that Vishesha Lakshanam you can tell. Then there it's for expression of happiness, like pleasantness. And there is some other work is there. You go to your professor for the PhD, okay? So for the PhD guideship, you are going to go to a professor. So, sir, wow, nice dress, sir. He won't be happy. So your smile is very, very, very like motivating smile, sir. No, he won't be happy. Sir, the other day I read your article, sir. What an article, sir. The opening lines are so good. I mean, the line of the argument, everything was so good. Ah, yeah, so you read it. Oh, how did you come? I mean, somebody told you. Yeah, yeah, I saw the book in the library, sir. Just, I mean, by chance I picked it up. I would have missed it, sir, otherwise. Oh, wow, wonderful. He'll be very happy. The same things you can just apply to people, they'll feel very happy. Okay, but be honest. Okay, don't try to be like cheating. Anytime you'll be caught. If you'll do it every time, then people will find it out. Okay, so the chamatkara is the central line in the alankaras. The alankaras can praise or can tell the aunatyam, tell the higher points of many things. Like it can be of people, the women especially. There will be other like the heroes, etc. Like the Nayaka is like praised. Like Itara Jivas are also praised. Where there are dogs, there are cats, there are cows, there are like lions, etc. Then there are ajivas, like some parvata, like some parvatas are also jivas only, but they are like what you call theoretically they are jivas. So we have like Parvata Rajaha, Himalaya, etc. He had daughter Parvati. So we have also, the others treat them as like ajivas. So maybe some rocks, something, okay, ajivas are. Then Samanya Vastu now, any general things like I'm praising my spectacles, I'm praising a pen, I'm praising a mobile, etc. Then Kriyana, how the activities are done, etc. So you do it with such an ease, like the breeze. You do like the breeze blows. You do activities like a breeze blows. So Kriyas also can be praised. Ghatanas, maybe some event, something happened very pleasant. So that is also can be praised. It can be anything. The Samana dharmas that are brought out. Excuse me. So samana dharmas that are brought out are based on, I mean, what are the things which are like praised, etc. Dravyam, maybe a sattvam, an object. Gunaha, a quality. Kriya, the activity. The dharma, which is like goodness, badness, longness, like tallness, shortness, etc. And then lakshanas, how they are like their qualities of like their how they are like based on their yeah, mostly qualities. They are like gunas are good qualities, we can say. Lakshanas are what defines them. Yeah, exactly, right? Then prasiddhani prakriti vastuni, like surya, pushpas, and all these things, like books are praised. Okay, all these things are like nadis, etc. All these. And then it can be a durvastu or a sadvastu. Sometimes a pratinayaka comes. He has also to be like described through alankaras. Okay, like when Ravana was coming, he's like this, he's like that. The bad guy also has to be praised sometimes, to make the kavya attractive. That is why I don't like kavya to some extent. You can eulogize anybody, anything. That is what is happening in these days movies, as I already discussed it with you. So the adharma element is growing so much that even that is shown beautifully. My Gurudev always says, so even a crime which is being done is being shown so beautifully in the movie. Like, for example, a theft. The whole movie is planned on a theft. And the theft and the backing of the bad guys. The theft performers are never heroes, but these days they are, of course. So the film is becoming bad. And film is based on like Kavya idea. Drishya Kavya, it's a Drishya Kavya, right? So if we don't make them separate, the Samskrita Kavyas, which are so Samskara based, so Vaidika Samskriti based, and then we cannot put both of them in the same lines. That is my idea. So keep this in, like, we should never use beautiful alankaras for durvastu. Okay, you keep in mind. If somebody does it, we can't help them, but if you are planning to do some alankaras, don't do it for bad vastus. Okay. Now the upamana happens to be the base for all these alankaras. All Alankaras are not Upama based, but most of them are Upama based. Upama is a central idea most of the times. The Arthika Alankaras mostly. The Upama is like Samya Alankara. Samyam is Tulana, something which can be compared between both. And please don't translate the Upama names, never do. Like Upama is a comparison, simile. No, don't make it anything else. Make it Upama only. This is my humble suggestion. And then Vyoho Sadrishyam. So both should be like at some point they are equal. And there should be beauty in just like like for example, if I say somebody's voice is like barking of a dog. Okay. So does it make him pleased? Does it make her pleased? Somebody, yeah, if I say on their face. So it's not soundaryam. There is a comparison, but there is no soundaryam there. If I say, oh, her voice is like coil, like a coo, it says like that. Ah, wow, now she's very happy. So there should be some sound there because coil is considered to be a beautiful singer and dog is not a very beautiful. Oh, you resemble the crow's voice so right. Cow, cow, I really like it. No, nobody will like oh, cow, cow. Okay. They like coo, but they will not like cow, cow. So cow, cow cannot be a simile, but this can be. So upama should be like Saundarya Petam and Akarshana. Something is pulling you from some person. Maybe the smile, maybe the voice, maybe the words, maybe the activities, maybe something. So they are like attractive. Now you're finding why it is attractive or to tell how attractive it is. Then the Alankaras come to your rescue. So there are four amshas: Upamana, Upamaya, Upama Vachaka, and Samanya Dharma. What is Upamanam? To which with we compare. Somebody is very tall. He's as tall as, the Tala Vriksha. The Tala Vriksha. Like that, he is tall. Then Upamanam Samyam is with a Unnatam Vastu. The higher thing is Tala. He cannot be, nobody can be as long as a Tala Vriksha. We know that Tala Vrikshas are. So, but we just compare. So, the Tala Vriksha is the higher object here. Upameyam is someone whom you compare. Somebody is a tall boy here in our tall young man. So, he is like compared. That is the Ishtam Vastu. Okay, so we want to compare this person with that. Now, the Upama Vachakam is Iva, Vat, Yatha, all these Samana, like that. Samaha, all these words come. Then Samanya Dharma is a tallness. Okay, somebody is tall, so the tall is Tala Vriksha. The boy, the tallness, and he is like a Tala Vriksha in tallness. He is as tall as Tala Vriksha. Now there is a very beautiful verse which says, Upamaika Shailushi Samprapta Chitra Bhumika Bhedan Ranjayati Kavya Range Nrityanti Tadvidam Chetaha. So this is Arya. Upama Eka Shailushi. So Upama is like a Shailushi, Nrityangana. She is like Chitra Bhumika Bhedan. She is dancing on a like stage. And with one Bhangima, she is become Bhangima. I mean, Bhangima is a Telugu word. I'm sorry. With one style, with one pose. Yeah, with one pose, like she's looking like this, then she becomes one Alankara. Her hand is like this. She's becoming another Alankara. Like that, by her postures, by her different positions, she is becoming different Alankaras. Is what the Shastra gives us. Ranjayati Kavya Range, the whole stage, like she's changing her postures, she's changing her mudras and all, and stealing the hearts of people. Tadvidam chetaha ranjayati. She's like entertaining them. So Appaya Dikshita tells in the Chitramimamsa. Okay, so it is like Upama is the best one, Upama is the easiest one, and Upama Kalidasa is very famous, and Kalidasa is in turn inspired by Valmiki Maharshi. So Valmiki's Ramayana Upamanas had like touched his heart. So Kalidasa very extensively uses Upamas, etc. Because he is inspired. So it is very easy also to understand. The easiest one to like identify as well. Then like in the Loka also, if we say this is like this, okay, so then it is very easy to understand. Right. Now, what are the Upama Mulaka Arthalankaras? This list I got some book. It's not my own work, okay? It's like all these I got. I'm just reading out the names. First is Upama. Upama is the base for them. So, Utpreksha Alankara, Arthantaranyasa, Prativastupama, Apahnuti, Tulya Yogita. Deepakam, Akshepa, Samasokti, Rupakam, Shlesha. Virodha, Nidarshana, Sandeha, Vakrokti, Visheshokti. अतिशयोक्ति अनन्वय उपमयोपम अप्रस्तुत प्रशंसा व्यतिरेक व्याजस्तुति विभावना सहोक्ति व्याजोक्ति 19 almost. Okay, so along with upama 20. So almost 20 alankaras are taking like 10, 15, 25, maybe more than 20 are there. Yeah, 20, 24 I think. Yeah. So 24 are there, and all these alankaras are like based on Upama. Okay, so there will be, you can, I mean, whenever you say Upama, the four things should be in your mind. Upamana, Upameya, Samanya Dharma, and Upama Vachaka. The Upama Vachaka maybe like all things might not be there. Sometimes like Luptopama, Purnopama. Purnopama is all the elements are there. Luptopama is one or two elements aren't there. Maybe sometimes like Samana Dharma is not mentioned. He is like the Tala Vriksha. So there is no tallness mentioned. So some things may drop. So here and there. I'm just telling you all this without giving you the like real picture. Now get the real picture of the like udaharanas of all these alankaras. Okay. So we take smile and flower. Okay. So the basic upama is her smile is like a flower. Her smile resembles a flower. So here her smile is upameya. Flower is the upamana. Like is the upamavachaka. And the beauty is not mentioned here. Now the same smile and flower, this also I got from some book. I think I translated them. I don't remember. No, it's like long back I prepared this for some other series of classes. So that I'm using here. And there's nothing much to change. Like, you know, they are all very like evident. They are very clear, candid expressions. So flower looks like her smile. Is upameyopama. Pratipa. Okay, Pratipa Alankara or Upameyopama, where the Upameya becomes the Upamana. Okay, so it's not her smile that is like flower, but the flower is like smile. Okay, so her smile flower blossoms. Rupaka. The smile flower. The smile and flower abheda. There is no, like even in the Upamana, Upameya, we have like Iva. Oh, this is like a flower. No, but this is the flower. Okay, so smile flower blossoms is Rupaka. And there are like internal varieties also, and we cannot explain everything in this single class. If you want more details, you can go to Kavya Prakasha, Chandraloka and Kubalayananda. Both are very good basic books for Alankaras. If you have interest, you can go to Jayadeva's Chandraloka and this Kuvalananda Safa, Pai Dikshita. Okay, so there. Her smile indeed is a flower. No, this is not, this is like, it is very exaggeration. The Atishayokti is very highly exaggerating things. Her smile appears as if it were flowers. As if it were. This is the idea for the Utpreksha, where there is a uha. Uha is like we imagine. There's an imagination in Utpreksha. Hey, is it her smile or a flower? Wow, there is a Sandeha Alankara. Hey, this is not a smile, but flower itself. Apahnuti. Where apahnuti is like Sandeha is a doubt. Whether it is this or that Sandeha. That means for beauty base only. It's not. Is it a Rakshasa or is it a Pishacha? Cannot be a Sandeha because it's not beautiful. Okay, it will generate a lot of fear. So it has to be beautiful. Please remember, in everything, it has to be beautiful. And it has to be worldly acceptable. Okay, we should not compare anything with low things. Okay, so you can use it for like fun. You can use it for like rasa bhanga, for rasa bhasa and all that. You can use them very, very like he Pygmalion, he does now, that fellow George Bernard Shaw does in the Pygmalion, the Heartbreak House or something. That kind of things you can, not Pygmalion, maybe the Heartbreak House. In that he does like very farce. All the people are like screw-free brains. Okay, there's nothing to tight it. So such people, if they make the house, no emotions, nothing. So like that, you can use them for if the same idea. If you want to make fun or make something, take a different subject and you can generate hasya. So now it has to be beautiful. That is the central idea. It's not smile, but flower itself is apaknuti. The flower blossoms on the creepers, shrubs, and on her lips too. Deepaka. The flower blossoms on the lips. So Deepaka is there is like step 1, step 2, step 3. There are 3 things which I have with the same like base, 3 or 4 things on the same this thing. Okay. Then flower is in the garden, smile on her face. This is a Drishtanta Alankara. Then Drishtantam is like example, giving like direct example. It's not simile, it's example. Her smile shows the elegance of the flower. Nidarshana. Okay, Nidarshana is where pointed out, where something is like, like Pramana is shown. Okay. Then her fadeless smile surpasses the flower. Vyatireka. So Vyatireka is even like it's even more even like Upamana becomes Upameya, and then there's the like opposite idea. Okay. So because he says fadeless, because the flower fades. That Samanatvam is the beauty, but flower has to fade after the evening. Once the evening sets up, even the Datura flowers, they by afternoon they are gone. Even if you pluck the Datura flowers, hold in your hand for 5 to 10 minutes, they'll be like murjana. They'll be like fading away. Like that. The flowers fade, but her smile doesn't fade. So this is the Vyatireka dharma. So flower, until Samana we can take. But after that, if he says, then it is Vyatireka. The flower that resembles her smile shines on her face. Sahokti. Okay, so this like telling like same sahokti. Along with that, we say, I'm not discussing these alankaras very in detail. Just I'm trying to show you the shades of like how upama works in how many, like how the alankara works. Her smile is beautiful, like full blossomed fragrant flower. Samasokti. Samasokti is like in a very like compact manner. If you tell something, it's samasokti. The bees approach her smile thinking her smile is a flower, and parrots approach her smile thinking her smile is a red fruit. The Ullekha Alankara. Ullekha is very, very like vivid, very vivid Alankara. So this is, see how beautiful picture is coming out of this. The same smile, same flower, and he has like applied bees and parrots. So okay, so the redness and so this thing. So smile is blossoming on the lips, so he brought the redness here. Okay, then her smile comes to memory when I see the flower. So he has seen a flower. He has not actually seen her, but some flower he has seen. And this works. Smarana Alankara works a lot in our lives also. So we associate some priya person, somebody who is very dear to us, with certain object, and whenever we see that object, the person comes to our memory. It's a very, very sahaja alankara. This is sahaja alankara also. Like smaranam is that. Flower fades in front of her smile. So aprastuta prashamsa. Okay, so the bee approaches her mistaking her smile for a flower. Bhrantiman. Okay, right. So at this point, I want to bring to your notice some like Jagarukata before we go to your text and directly read out the Alankaras there, because I didn't prepare much like individual Alankaras. I didn't prepare because they are already there in the text, and you can work it out. Mostly like I can bring some like Udaharanas, etc. Let's see how it goes. I want to like with my experience with Alankaras, I had like mistaken sometimes one Alankara with the other. When I was doing the other day another course, other year, like last time when I did this course, the students were asking some questions. I had to convince them very like hardly, like they were like confused most of the times. Oh, this is this Alankara, this is that Alankara, and all. So based on that experience, I want to tell you certain important things. If you're like you're all giving this exam, you're all appearing for this exam because you are all loving in some love, you have lot of love for Sanskritam, and you want to go ahead with the Sanskritam. And whenever we speak of Sanskritam as a general terms, I told you Sahitya is what comes to our notice, it's a complete comes to our mind. Now, within the Sahitya, the Alankaras happen, the Kavya happens to be very, very prominent. This is. So, you have to deal with Alankaras, etc., as long as you are dealing with the Kavya. See, as I tell you, this exam and these things, the lessons are very deep, as I told you. The lessons are very, very deep. The topics, I mean, the topics and the like the grammar part, take the essays part, take this part. They're actually very serious in Sanskrit literature. But to make the exam a little approachable for all the people, they have made it simple. So these like lessons are going to be very like more than what you need. If you need 10, I'm giving you 100 or maybe 1,000 sometimes. So you only need 10% of this. You don't need only like so, but still, my aim is you will not remain. You'll not just do this course, do the exam, and then sit idle. You will pick up some kavya, you'll pick up some reading, some something for either teaching purpose or for one more thing. Like once you finish these exams and complete your course, you go to next activity that will be teaching, isn't it? Then, oh, in our Anupam Pradeepa course lesson, they didn't mention this, How can I teach this lesson? Wasn't there when I was like the mother says to the like the one child gets very less marks in history, and she's going and talking to the principal. So what kind of like how do you explain this? The principal asks. Then she says, "Oh, sir, all the questions which were asked in the exam were much before he was born." That is what is history about, right? So she says that he's so young. How can he know what happened before he was born? Okay, then I ask a straight question. So after he is born, is he aware of everything? Maybe he's born in like some, okay, 2022, he's born. Now 26 is going on. He's 4 years old. Will he know everything in these 4 years, whatever happened? So that is a very foolish thing, okay? Like that, you cannot say in the classroom, like, I didn't know this, I wasn't ready for this, I wasn't prepared. No, my students, Vyoma students, Surasaraswati Sabha students should never say that to their students. Okay, this is my main aim. That's why I'm preparing and giving you the see specific things are there in the books. You did not hunt here and there for them. They're already there. But I want you to develop a general idea how to work with them, how to touch them in your life, how to make them touch you. Okay, that is my whole aim. Knowledge should not be just like parimita to the books and to the classroom, to the academics. Knowledge that you seek through these courses, through these exams, through these syllabi should be with you for all your life, flow with you, grow with you. They should make you the real human beings, what the Sanskrit literature intends for. So please don't make me and take me wrong in this. That's why I bring to you certain very important points. I have observed that, even, see, I am not a very good, great, like, master in Alankaras. Maybe there are very good Sahitya people who are like double, triple experts in Alankara. I'm not, okay? That's why I'm just telling you as a teacher where you should be, because I'm more near to you by not being very, stalwart in all these subjects. I'm more near to you people. That's why I'm able to understand your pain and give you the solutions beforehand. Okay, so the two like alankaras can be of same nature most of the time. If they are not, then their upabhagas like Rupaka has so many like sub and sub varieties are there. So Luptopama, Purnopama. For example, I'll take Upama as the base and I'll tell you. Luptopama is the four angas, one of the four angas isn't there. And Purnopama is like one kind. Now, when the Luptopama comes, like, there are four elements and one of them is not there. Two of them are not there. So it can be like Upamana, Upameya, Samana Dharma are there, but Eva isn't there. But sometimes Eva is there, but Samana Dharma is not there. Sometimes Upamana alone is not there. Sometimes Upameya alone is not there. So it's like that. I mean, Upamana will be there, of course. So there are like one object missing, two objects missing, sometimes three missing, then there is nothing like Eva will remain. Okay, so many varieties and sub varieties will be there. So they are almost kind of, overlapping over each other. And the artha adharena nirnayah kathinaha. Just if you go by meaning, it will be very difficult to make the decision. You must have some anubhava with the like alankara nirnaya, how to do which alankara and all, how to what to take the base and how to connect it with the brain, the thought and all is very, very difficult. And there is need of like sahitya jnanam, lokanubhava, etc. Then there are like samslishtas and sankaras allowed by the shastra itself. Maybe sometimes if it is a shabdalankara and arthalankara together, it's easy. But what if there are two arthalankaras together? It's very difficult. Like two lines of a padya, one alankara, two lines of a padya, another alankara. It's very difficult to like make out. Then the lakshana, not lakshama parikshanam. So it's lakshana parikshanam. Okay. So the lakshana is like the definition. Okay. So you have to do the definition examination before you do the nirnaya. Then you have to see lot of udaharanas. Always, whenever, see, udaharana is a very powerful tool to understand the concept. Okay, so sometimes what happens is you get some books which give you many udaharanas for one single alankara. So study the udaharanas very keenly, lakshana parikshanam and udaharana. First udaharanam, then lakshanam, then again udaharanam. Okay, so the mapping back is a very good tool to understand the concept. This I have worked out a lot. So back and back mapping. Okay, so to and fro. Okay, so first lakshanam, udaharanam, again lakshanam, again udaharanam, again lakshanam. So close at lakshanam, not at udaharanam. So udaharanam can be maybe the beginning point, but it has to be like closing should be, you should understand the lakshana. So when you read the lakshanam, then this udaharanam should come to your this thing. Okay, notice. Then when you write alankara, so when there are already like you have to identify the alankara, that is one headache. I'm sorry, that is one challenge. And if you are writing your own alankaras, if you are preparing your own kavya and all, you want to decorate it with alankaras, then the girl is already beautiful. She's a kavyam. Now you are putting the necklace, the earring, bangles, okay, and like bindi, papadi, I don't know what's called. Like here they put one papadi binda, we call it, and then we have like a dot on here or here. Sometimes they put a dot. Then they put kajal. They put so the nail polish, the eyelashes, whatever the makeup samagri. So you can compare the alankaras with it. So once you draw a girl, maybe you make a drawing painting, then you make a beautiful like the sari like alankaranam with a good border, very big border, very beautiful golden border. The pallu is like decorated. Like that, you want to decorate your kavya with alankaras. Yes, you can attempt. You can find the places you have if you have written a story of a young woman or a young boy, okay, and he's going to the other Videsha and he's trying to study, then he's trying to get a job. Even a small kavya, very small story, he comes across a challenging situation, then he overcomes that, then he marries a girl, then he has whatever. You are right. So find some place where you can put some alankaras. Then be careful which alankara you are using, because people may ask you, okay, what did you use? Then what is important when you write alankaras or when you are identifying alankaras, your whole dhyanam, your whole concentration should be on the soundaryam and the vyanjana. The chamatkara will not always attract you. I have tried to hear the uh, pravachanams of different people. Some people, they make you laugh every second sentence, every third sentence. But you cannot keep laughing, when you are looking for something serious, when you are like hunting for something very like for your brain, etc. Alankaras never attract. I'm telling you the second side of Alankara. They are not always welcome. When you are very serious, when you are very like in a off mood, Alankaras don't come to your rescue. But when it's a motivating song, okay, like he says, like we have a Telugu song, it's like very motivating, very old song, like Kala Kanidi Viluvainadi బ్రతుకు కన్నీటి ధారలలోనే బలి చెయ్యకు. So in that he says, one stanza is there. In that he says, the అగాధమౌ జలనిధిలోన ఆణిముత్యమున్నటులే శోకాల మడుగున దాగి సుఖమున్నదిలే. So he says, like inside the garbha of the samudra, okay, agadhamo, which is very like deep and unreachable, unfathomable depth, jalanidhi, the samudra, lona, inside that, adimutyamu. So there is a like mauktikam, the pearl, okay, is there, it exists. In the same way, shokala maduguna dagi sukhamunnadile. So the shokas are the sorrows. The sorrows aduguna in the depth, in the last the bed of the sorrows, there is sukham, there is happiness. So it's like a very beautiful, motivating idea. So such is like beautiful. They are of course beautiful, but you cannot take even the motivations for a long time. See, let me tell you, the hotel food, it's like hotel food, party food, marriage food, every food is very very like delicious to eat. Can you eat marriage food every day? Can you eat hotel food every single day, twice a day? Nobody can. One day they will miss the home food. Okay, so the general conversations, the general expressions are like home food. They are simple. You don't have the masalas, you don't have hajimoto and all those, which makes the taste, we go wild by eating all that. I don't know why people like die for it so much outside food. The inside food is like healthy, the home food, etc. Same like that, a kavya with normal, like normal beauty, normal. It's like looking at a beautiful girl. But if you look at her, the jewelry, we used to like make fun of like some people, they put so much jewelry on them. They say it's the gold jewelry shop moving. Okay, the shop is moving here and there. So we don't feel very comfortable. Even the alankaras and the chamatkaras should not be very overwhelming and all. There are some kavyas which are just written to show alankaras. All these like people do such things. Okay, that is good for learning, but not beyond that. Okay. That is why Mammatacharya said, Kwachi Danalankriti Punah Kwapi. So, Kwachi Danalankriti, not Kwachi Nalankriti, Kwachi Danalankriti, Kwachit Analankriti Punah Kwapi. So, he says, sometimes there need not be Alankaras, even then it is beautiful. So, this is the gist of what I wanted to say. And when you go to like movie, we have like very beautiful musics and all that. We have like songs and these things. Go to that for um, go to that like for testing these alankaras, okay? Sometimes not present songs. I don't know. I mean, I don't even hear present songs. I can't even hear. There's nothing to hear. But the ears which are like enjoying the kavyatvam, for those ears which are like we got used to such lofty ideas and all. Like I said, Kalakanidi Viluvainadi in that song. So that's very very like touching and something like So they try to put some alankaras in the good olden days because they were educated in Sanskritam. The Telugu people, the Kannada people, when they study language, they almost know like 40% of Sanskritam is already there in there. So they read Padyas, they read the Itihasas, Puranas, etc. Some syllabi, some fixed like lessons are there, and they come across these things. So they have already got tools like to put a nail into the wall. We need a hammer, and we are just putting it inside. Like that, they already have the tools to work with. So they used to put them in the songs. Nowadays, people are just they don't need anything for writing a song. They just need a pen and a paper and lot of dirt in their minds to put on the paper. That's all. They're just vomiting whatever they have eaten, and it's very like it's like vomiting. I don't really like the. I mean, there is no sahitya values, and even they want to make it beautiful. They don't have the pratibha. I don't feel that touch. Okay, so but good old songs, whatever movies. I think all languages have beautiful movies and beautiful songs in the past, like which are like. And he like for example in Hindi there is like that one. कौन आया मेरे मन के द्वारे पायल की झनकार लिए. In that song, these stanzas are very beautifully like Ikapal Sochu, the Sandeha Alankara is a some Mary my dream has come in a form like that. Okay, and in Telugu also we have like um in that like mm, one shilpa he sees and sings. He makes a very beautiful shilpam and he sings on that. So like that, so the Varnanam is there. There is some like real feel of Sahitya will come to you. You can choose such songs. That not none. Nothing is coming to my brain right now. So you can maybe you can go through some old songs. You can try to pick up if there are any upamalankaras. Okay, you can work with them. And now I stop to share this presentation and I'll take you to your own book and let us read out what is there. I just wanted to make sure that we are on the same lines. Okay, so they are very like small parts. Let me read them quickly. And yeah, yes. So Upama Lakshanam. Upama Yatra Sadrisha Lakshmi Ullasati Dvayoho. So this pick up the Kuvalanandamar Chandraloka, you'll get like one or two more definitions. This is from Kuvalananda only. In this Alankara, there are four constituents. This I explained. Ayam Gajarajaha Giriraja Iva Unnataha. Iva Abha, etc. are Samana Dharmas. In Nibha, okay, Sannibha, all also there. So here, Giri Riva Unnataha. So he is like Giri, he is very Unnata. Okay, so Deva Vani, the speech is like nectar. Sri Ramaha Pundarikakshaha. Sri Rama is like, his eyes are like Sadharana Dharma and Vachaka are missing. Okay, so Iva Vat Sadrisha, please make a note of these words. They are very valuable. Then Rupakalankara. Upamana Upameyayoho Abhedaha Rupakam. So the Abheda, this is the idea. This is the center idea is the Abheda. Okay, comparing as if there is no difference between Upameya and Upamana. Both are same. So Upameya is called Vishaya and Upamana is called Vishayi. This is another technical terms. Okay, maybe different Alankara books use different these things. So Vani Tava Sudha Vidwan. Your Vani, your speech is Sudha, is the nectar. Okay, Iyam Sakshal Lakshmi. She is direct Lakshmi. She is like not direct. She is Lakshmi herself. Like Angulyaha Pallavan Yasan Kusumani Nakhat Vishaha. So this Angulyaha. So this her fingers are like pallavas, okay? And then Bahu Late Vasantashri Twamnah Pratyaksha Charini. All these like very beautiful like shlokas. You can go through. You can do the Lakshana Parishna. Abheda is there. Abheda of the Upamana Upameya is central idea. Atishayokti. Lokati Kranta Gocharam Vachaha Atishay. So this is not possible in the world. Okay. Instead of explicitly giving Upameya, it is implied by Upamana Vachaka. It is called Rupakatishayokti. See again, there are number of varieties. Upama Vachaka, then so Upamana Vachaka, Sambandhatishayokti. Saudhagrani Purasyaya Sprushanti Vidhumandalam. So the the Saudhagras, the top of the Saudhas, the buildings are so tall that they are touching the Chandramandala. Can that happen? Huh? Can that happen? They look as if you say as if, then it becomes Utpreksha. But here the Saudhagras are Prishanti. So you can, the Saudhagras are the Upameya, as Vidhumandalam is the Upamana, and Sparshanam. No, ettu, sorry, the tallness is the Samana Dharma, and that is not mentioned here. So Atishayokti is expressed like that. Then Tvai Datari Rajendra, Swadruman Nidraya, Swadruman Nadriyamahe. Swardruma, sorry, Swardruma, not Swadruma. Swardruma. So because you are there, okay, we don't even value Kalpavriksha. No, such an Atishayokti, see. Huh? He doesn't value. Kalpavriksha is such a the desire yielding tree. Okay, whatever you want, it can give you. Huh? Now this king is there, that's why they don't value Kalpavriksha anymore. See the way how they express. Huh? This is Atishayokti. It is not possible in the world. Okay? Utpreksha, Sambhavana, Madutpreksha, Vastu Hetu Phaloktam. That is three kinds, he says. So, certainly about two objects, whether this or that. So, this must be only due to some causes is called Utpreksha. Guessing is also Sambhavana. There is a doubt created by ourselves. In a doubt, there will be two factors like this or that. Of these two, one factor that this is the only one will be strong. Okay. There are three types of Swarupotpreksha, Hetutpreksha, Phalotpreksha. Swarupa is like by Akriti, Hetu is by the reason, and Phala is by the result. Okay. And there are examples you can study. There are many kinds. So here he says, Dvinetra iva vasavaha karyugo vivaswaniva dvitiya iva chandramaha shritavapur manobhuriva. So this is like the Swarupa, the Akriti is like done. And okay, you can just go through this. Raktau tavangri mrudulau bhuvikshepana dhruvam. The causes of redness of the feet is nature only, but touching the ground is given as the cause of redness. Raktau tavangri mrudulau bhuvikshepana dhruvam. So, okay. Okay. Cause, where the cause is mentioned, cause of redness, that is like touching the ground. That's why they have become red. So that's why. So don't try to go too much. So you can just associate and whatever idea you can develop, you please develop. Otherwise, it's very difficult. This is very short time. I cannot explain you Arthalankaras. I cannot explain you like each in detail. But if any you want any detail on this, you can go to Kuvalananda, etc. Some English translations and those explanations will help you. Okay. The slesha, pun or double end here. So this is intended. This is like slesha is like breaking, where there is the breaking of the word. Sarvado Madhava Payat Sayo Ganga Madhidharat. So this is like Shiva Paraka and Vishnu Paraka. It's a very famous one. Okay, Prarthana. Sarvadaha Madhavaha Payat is like Vishnu Paraka. Sarvada Umadhavaha Payat is Shiva Paraka. Umadhavaha and Madhavaha. Then Sarvadaha and Sarvada. That is how you break. Then Sayaha Gangavadi Dharat. One who is wearing Ganga on his head is Shiva Paraka. Sa Yogam Gam Adi Dharat. Okay, so that which who has hold that Gam and that Parvata, etc. Okay, it should be like Sarvada. Aga, Yaha Agam. Aga is Ganga, this one. Yeah, I was looking for this. Aga is Govardhana, Parvata, and Gam is like Bhumi in the avatar of Varaha avatar. Okay, then Trata Kakodaro Yena Dogdhapi Karunatmana. I don't know this one. Utana Marana Khyataha Samestu Sharanam Vibhu. In the second shloka, there are two meanings, Rama and Krishna. As refers to Kakaha Andaraha. Kaka udaraha, not andaraha. Okay, kakodaraha Putanama, whose name is very like Pavana. Rana Ravyataha Adaraha. Without fear. Kakaha Kakasura. Refer to Krishna. Kakodara, the serpent Kalinga, famous by Putana. I have to check this. I do not know. I didn't read this before, and the explanation is very meager. Anyway, okay, I'll try to find out. Then Arthantaranyasa is like, this is very, very like this one is in the Subhashitas. The best one is Uktir Arthantaranyasa Samanya Visheshay. When there is a like, the best is like whatever Subhashita you take, most of it is Arthantaranyasa. Like, Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathaihi nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrugaha. That one. And Hanuman abhimatara dushkaram ke mahatmana. So he's like, Hanuman has crossed the ocean. This is the first statement. Dushkaram kim mahatmana. What is there like which is unattainable, unachievable by the Mahatmas? This is the idea. So the special and the particular. The special, all the particular, and then the general. So sometimes general statement is backed by the particular statement. Sometimes the particular statement is backed by the general statement. So Dushkaram Kim Mahatmanam is a general statement. Hanuman Abhimatarat is a special statement. Particular, I mean specific statement. Okay. You can check others, and this I have given. Then Vyaja Stuti and Vyaja Ninda. We can tell both in the same lines. So Uktir Vyaja Stutir Ninda Stutibhyam Stuti Nindayo. When through Ninda you are doing Stuti, and through Stuti you are doing Ninda. Like for example, they call Lakshmi as Chanchala. Actually, being Chanchala is like a bad thing. Okay, a wife is a Chanchala means it is very, very bad. But Lakshmi is Chanchala means Vishnu is trying to give us wealth. Okay, Vishnu is trying to give us wealth. So it is like Ninda and Stuti both in the same. Then Kaha Swardhuni Vivekaste Papino Nayase Divam. Here by censuring Ganga or Devitham Jalanitale is a very big one. Poet tells this to a king, you are the knower of everything. You are the sovereign ruler. Even though you know my poverty, you are capable of giving, you are not giving anything to me. So here, like there is a stuti and there is a ninda. Okay, like that. Then Vyaja Ninda, Nindaya, Vyaktir, Vyaja Nindeti Giyate. So when we do the stuti, Vyaja, because Vyaja is a pretext. Under the pretext, you are doing the like this one. By censoring one, if the censure of another is suggested, it is termed as Vyajaninda. Vidhesa Nindyo Yaste Pragekameva Harachiraha. Here a person who is facing difficulties is censoring Brahma by these words. Brahma, you are not blamable whereas Shiva, who is cut off only one head of yours, to be really blamed. Here by censoring Shiva, censure of Brahma is suggested. Vidhe sanindyo yaste pragekam eva aharachiraha. So only one head was removed, not all the four. It's like actually doing the ninda of Brahma. Okay, so because he created this world, that's all. Vidheva Vishesha Garhaniyaha Karatatvam Rata. So we have to see the contexts for these, like we have to know the Puranic stories, we have to know the instances. For the Vyajaninda, etc., if they take mostly like Pauranika things and all, it's this what happens. Vakrokti. Vakrokti is another meaning is imagined. So like we don't tell it directly, but we can take it as a indirect thing. Munchamanam dinam praptam nehanandi harantike. So dinam praptam is a daybreak. Manam muncha give a panga. This is the intention of the person who is telling this, but affecting another meaning. So praptam nindanam ma muncha. Don't leave the ox which has come. A reply is like nehanandi harantike is given. Okay, Viksharthi Sakayataha. Vakrokti. I have to find out even easier examples. I try to find. Okay, if I find any, I will present to you. Or then just make these things. So all the places the translations aren't given, they're very big for me to discuss. That's why I'm leaving. Okay, the Sara Alankaras are Uttarottara Mutkarshaha Saraitya Vidhiyate. So Sara is like, one is like excelling than the previous one. Okay, describing excellence in a former thing more than latter thing is termed as Sara. Madhuram Madhu Tasmacha Sudha Tasya Kaver Vachaha. So Madhu and Sudha. So first step he's saying it's like the honey. Then he's saying it's nectar. Nectar is a very wrong word. Amrita is a deathless potion. The deathlessness causing potion in the Swarga which is there. And Amrita Manthana, by that it got generated by Samudra Manthana. For Amrita, Samudra Manthana happened. So that instance. So that Amrutam, we have to call it Amrutam only, don't call it nectar. So this poet's words are like getting like better in day by day. So he's like Saralankar. And this is all like from me today. Go through this lesson one more time. I know that I have not covered all the Alankaras with the same this thing. But if I get more like proper example, something, we will discuss. Okay. I'll try to find out if any other. I think the rest is all like clear to you. Like Upama, Utpreksha, Shlesha. What is the base of that? Please go through that one time, and you can always like ask me doubts. We have like two more classes left, I think. By this, we are like almost approaching the end of this series. In two more classes, I'll finish off the Chandas, and uh, like in the last maybe one more class, we will have the valedictory or whatever. We'll see, okay, how it goes. Whatever like doubts you have, whatever you have things to discuss, please get ready with them. Most of you must be writing the exam this time, and some of you may not be writing. But this course and this direct approach will be there with you. You can always be in touch with like mails and then WhatsApp group, etc. But still, I want you all to be like pro in this. Don't leave any doubt. Don't leave anything for yourself for the future. Just get it clear at this point. Now the class is open for any doubts or any comments or anything you want to say. Okay, there are no questions. Astu then, Shubham Astu. See you all in the next class on 2nd of July. Okay, Shubham Bhuyat to you all. Hari Om. Namaste.